Hey guys, I want to take a second to show you a few modifications I did to my this is my Smith and Wesson M&P Shield Subcompact. It is a one that's less than an inch wide. Yes, there is one in the head right now. I'm about to disarm with my safeties on. All right, hold on. All right, so the gun has been cleared and safe for all you guys out there, all you safety crazers. There it is. Nothing's in the chamber. The magazine well is empty. Magazine is on the bed. The round that was chambered is on the bed as well. Anyways, guys, this is the 7-round mags. I converted them to a 9-round mag. So I actually have a mag gut spring. It's company MAGGUTZ.com, mag guts. They have like a zigzag pattern spring that I hit also with the Hive extension. It is very expensive to upgrade it. This Hive extension alone is $40 to add one magazine, and the mag gut spring is $20. So yes, it is a $60 upgrade to add 2 extra rounds of 40. But my friend, very easy to load and unload. I'll show you guys here. Very easy to load and unload. There's the spring right there. If you can see it, it looks like it's like a zigzag pattern that just goes back and forth. But yeah, very easy to load. I'm doing all this with one hand. I'm going to attempt to load one in there with one hand. Here, let's do this. Grab this with my right hand. There it is. All right, so very easy to load. Got 3 rounds left. All right, so there's 9 in there right now. Like I said, it doesn't affect the performance of the handgun at all. The only thing I can say that it does affect is if you're doing a punk ass rack, and you try to let this just pull the rack back and let the rack slide itself forward. Don't do a push forward rack because it will stop like right here. There'll be like a little piece of this will be sticking out. It won't lock all the way. But that's if you rack it and then pull and let the rack go of itself with you, rather than letting the rack go itself. If you rack it and let it go, it won't do it. But if you rack it and then slowly rack the gun forward, and what I mean is if it'll get stuck like about right there if you let it. See, there it is. That's only if you, and that's the only downside to this mod. But again, if I rack it all the way back and let it go, see that? It'll lock itself in. But if you do a slow rack, kind of let it stop itself, it will. But if you rack it and let it go, it will completely lock itself back in place. Yeah. So that's the only downside. Actually, that's actually not even from the correction. That's not even from the magazine mod. That's actually from my from this mod right here. I put a single stainless steel guide rod in there, or yeah. So that's actually what's causing it to do the rack. It has nothing to do with that. That's not affecting it at all. If I put the regular original double spring guide rod back in there, it operates just fine with this magazine. But since I have that and the point of that right there, yeah, is that I can actually rack this back, and it feels like a 9mm racking it versus that tough 40 look. I got this body wrap from Etsy. And I got this grip from Amazon. There's a Punisher back plate that I put on there. But yeah. So yeah, again, I still have all the original parts. I do have a single guide rod in there. That's what's actually causing that to get stuck like that. See? Yeah, it's just that it's that guide rod. Let me show you guys here. I love the takedown on this gun right here. You just lock it back in position, drop the takedown lever, slide back forward again. There's no rounds in here, guys, so you guys know that it's good and safe. So I'm actually gonna drop my safety, and you pull the trigger. So this is the culprits that's causing that right there. I love this spring because it's a single. It makes the racking easier. But if you do a soft rack, sometimes the slide will get stuck. It hasn't had any issues in firing so far. I think one time I've had an issue where I got a stovepipe from it, but this is because of this right here. The original spring is a two-piece spring where it gets smaller right here, and it makes it really hard to rack it. I just keep this in there for, it just makes it easier. Okay, I gotta clean my gun too. I haven't cleaned it since I've been to the range last time, but trying to do all this with one hand. It's amazing. But yeah, this is from a company called ssguiderods.com, and it's a stainless steel guide rod. If you guys know the original guide rods in here, they're a two-piece one, and they have a much tighter spring pattern, especially towards the end where the spring gets small. This actually, you can even see the spaces in between the spring, how tight the original spring is. But so this makes it a little bit looser, makes it easier to rack. It's a stronger guide rod. It's a stainless steel. It looks a little bit nicer, and it's one solid piece. However, it does give that little extra unnecessary play in the racking position if you do a slow rack. So yep, there you go. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that back together. But that's my modified Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 40 single stack, originally 7-round magazine. I converted it into, that's 1, 2 rounds. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now I'm able to do a 9-in-1 setup versus a 7-in-1 setup here. So actually, I'm gonna put this back together here. Hold on. Loading all the rounds back into the magazine. I actually have 2 of these magazines that are like this, so a very expensive mod, but I'm able to carry 4 extra rounds with me. Technically 6 extra rounds with me. Well, 5, because one's going to be in the firearm itself. So, but yes, this does not work with the 9mm because the rounds are too small. So you can either do the maggot spring for 1 extra round, or you can do the hive extension for 1 extra round, but you cannot do both. Sorry guys, but there you have it. It's back together. Rounds back in the head, safety's back on. There's a round back in the head there. I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get the zoom, see the little silver piece there, right there in the hole. And there's my 1 round. I actually have a 2nd round in my closet, same magazine setup. But again, the Magguts, MAGG, UTZ.com, and Hive, which is HYVE.com, 2 different websites, 2 different parts. If you want to add 2 extra rounds to your Smith & Wesson 40. Also gives it a nice full handle too. It's also one thing I love. It gives it a nice full handle. So I get a nice full grip on a subcompact firearm that does fit in the palm of my hand. But I get a nice full grip now because of that. Nice full grip. So check it out, guys. Again, I got my safety back on now. My gun is locked and loaded. That's how I like to keep it. Keep it in my closet, just in case somebody want to try. Never happens because I don't give anybody a reason to try me, but just in case the day ever happens, and I believe that's the only time that'll ever happen is on the zombie apocalypse. So I have some rounds ready for the zombies. Anyways, that's my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 40 subcompact, single stacked, converted 7-round magazine into a 9-round magazine, so now I can do 9-in-1 versus 7-in-1, 2 extra rounds of 40 caliber, and I get me a nice full-size grip. So there you have it, guys. Peace.